TIP test for 18 to 36-year-old drivers. Let's get right into it. What does the yellow traffic light indicate? If you're driving with me, being prepared for your road test, if you can stop safely in 3 seconds, 1001, 1002, 1003, you need to slow down. If you can't, you want to proceed with caution. Be aware that if you run a yellow light, you could end up being in a dangerous maneuver situation and fail your test. So in your mind, you need to have ready what your plan is in case your light changes. Next question, what does a solid line at an intersection indicate? The solid line is the stop bar or stop line. This is where you want to stop behind the line, the front end of your car. That bumper should not be past that stop line. There's a point system, whether you're in the Midwest, North, it doesn't matter. You have to pass your test with a certain number of points. It varies from state to state, from province to province. That solid line is your stop line. Do not pass it. Let's go to the next question. What is the proper procedure when approaching a railroad crossing with flashing lights? Fool, you need to stop, because the gates will be coming down. In some places across the United States, you do not have gates. And what does this mean? A train is coming. You cannot outrun the train. The train always has the right of way. If you want to fail your test, and listen to me, if you want to fail your test, go across a railroad crossing and don't look. Prior to getting across the railroad crossing, you need to look left, right, left. Those of you who remember being in school, and I know you're older, school buses have to stop at railroad crossings. They stop, they turn on the flashing lights, they put on the air brakes, the driver opens the door, they look left and right. Hazardous material carriers, semi-truck drivers carrying gasoline or sulfuric acid or other hazardous materials, they have to stop. You've all seen the horrible crashes of truck drivers trying to run across and beat a train, and what happens? They're dumb. They get hit by the train, and now there's a chemical hazard, and the hazmat team needs to come out. If you have questions, put them in. This is a review for your TIP test, specifically for 18 to 36-year-olds who are going to be taking that TIP test. I'm here to motivate you. Get your lazy butt up, get to the Secretary of State, but I don't have a study guide. Within a couple of weeks, I'm going to put together your study guide. I'm going to open a stand store. I'm going to link it on my channel. And there's no excuse for you not to prepare and pass the test. Next question. What should you do if you miss an exit? Duh, you go to the next exit. You don't back up on the expressway. Do you want to get rear-ended? Do you want to get killed? But yet we see people backing up on the expressway. That's the quickest way to go to heaven. I'm not ready to go to heaven yet. I still have a journey here on earth to help you and put together that community driver's ed school to help my 18 to 36-year-olds obtain their license, get into the workforce. There's so much left to do. Stay on. Here's the next question. What are you allowed to pass vehicles on the right? Only if there's a broken white line, or only if the roadway is widened. If you drive off the roadway, on the side of the road, on the dirt, on the gravel, that is illegal. And that is a dangerous maneuver. But yet, we still see people who are lazy, who cut across and go on the gravel. Don't do that. Be in control of your vehicle. There's so many lazy people out here. Let's go on to the next one. What does the red octagon sign indicate? Stop sign. But yet, 18 to 36-year-old drivers or people trying to get their license don't stop. Let me give you a tip. This takes 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, and 1003. 3 seconds to stop. You guys should be writing this down because you're going to have different variations no matter what part of the country you live in. Each Secretary of State, I'm giving you the cheat code, each Secretary of State has 10 to 20 different versions. They go through a pool of questions, over 1,000 questions. Driver's instructors like me, college professors, people up in the DMV office put together questions, and then they are recycled through all the DMVs in your area. So when I put together this stand store, you're like, have you put together this study guide yet? I'm ready to order. Let's go to the next question. What does it mean when a school bus is stopped and the red lights are flashing? Stop. 20 feet. If you blow past the school bus, you will fail your road test and you're probably going to kill a little kid. And now you're going to have the soccer moms and dads chasing you because they're going to reinvent your life because you ran over a kid. That's one of the most easiest things to do is blow past the school crossing warning sign. You have to stop. If you have a divided highway, you do not have to stop. That's the trick question. If your highway is not divided, you have to stop. There's so much value going on here. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. Leave comments. I'm going to go to the next question. Next, how far ahead should you look when driving on the highway? You want to look ahead a minimum of 80 feet, 50 feet, 10 cars, 7 cars, 9 cars. Look as far as possible. You're going to have multiple choice questions. They're not true false. When I put together this TIP practice test, regardless of the state you live in, these questions are general driving questions. They can't be real specific because in general, we drive in nature and things are general relative to your location, whether you're in Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California, Detroit, Michigan, Atlanta, Georgia. Drivers need to be able to understand the basics. And if you're 18 to 36 and you did not go through a standard driver's education program, you timed out. Now you're going to have to prepare. And the reality is most of you will fail the test 1 or 2 times, but you're saying it's common sense. But some of you have already missed these questions. Let's go on to the next question. When should you use your headlights? Anytime there are adverse weather conditions, rain, fog, snowstorm. You need to see and be seen. Oh, that's common sense. You'll be surprised how many people don't use their headlights. And then you hit someone because pedestrians are walking across the street. I need to let you know, if you hit a pedestrian, you will be at fault. Let's go to the next question. What is the first thing you should do if your vehicle skids? Lift your foot off the brake. Take your time. Steer in the direction you want to go. You never panic and hit the brakes. You're going to lock up your brakes. You're going to flip your car and roll into the ditch. I have to tell your story. I was driving with some clients, snowstorm. The client kept hugging the right. Guess what? The car went into the ditch. And I said, you didn't listen to me. You have to listen to your instructor. You have to listen to your uncle. I'm preparing you for that TIP test from 18 to 36 years old, people who want to obtain their license. I'm a state certified instructor. I'm in the Midwest. I'm preparing you with practice test questions. You need to be listening. Next question. What does a flashing red light mean? It means stop. You come up, you stop. You look left, you look right, you look left. The cross traffic will have a blinking yellow. There's so many clients that I drive, they don't stop. You failed your test. You need to know what this means. Let's go on to the next question. What should you do if you encounter a funeral procession? Pull over to the side. Let them proceed, because if you cross in front of a funeral procession, you just failed your test. And you're going to have people who are grieving their dead mother, their dead father, and it's going to be ugly. So you need to just pull over, Let your funeral procession do their thing. They're going to have flags on their car. The last car will have 4 flags. See, they don't talk about that in driver's ed. But because you have me as a resource, you're going to, oh, okay, I didn't know what that means. They have a right to go through a red light because they're a funeral procession. But if you're here listening to your little Taylor Swift, okay, you're not really paying attention. Next question. How do you adjust your driving in adverse conditions? You drive slower than the speed limit. If the speed limit is 55, you need to be going 40. You need to be going 50. You might have to go 35, but that's too slow. Do you want to roll your car over and put it in a ditch? Do you want to rear end a car? In some states, if you drive at the speed limit and it's hazardous weather, you're going to get a ticket. Then your car insurance will go up. Then you won't be able to drive. So I'm trying to do preventative measures to help you. Let's go on to the next question. Is it legal with the blood alcohol concentration BAC for drivers over 21 in most states? The answer is no. You need to know the BAC level in your state, because if you drive over that limit, you're going to get a DUI. They're going to arrest you. Why would you do that? My advice, don't drink if you're going to drive. 0.08. It's across most of the areas in the United States. As soon as you have that first drink, you're lit. Your head's spinning. You're like, bro, where am I? Okay? So don't drink because it's easy to get caught up. Stay focused. Let's go to the next question. When can you legally use your cell phone in driving? If you are in fear of your life, someone is threatening you, you can call 911, but you should not be on the phone. Most states have requirements for you not to drive when you're on your phone. So if you want to get a ticket, you want to get points, go ahead and be on your phone, and then you're going to be pulled over. And I don't feel sorry for you because you're that lazy to 18 to 36-year-old person who is getting tickets. No one wants to get tickets. Next question. How should you adjust your driving in construction zones? You want to drive at 45 or less. Most construction zones, unless otherwise noted, are 45 miles an hour. These are general knowledge questions that can vary from state. If we lived in Colorado, you're going to have Colorado-based questions. If you live in Texas, we're going to have Texas-based questions. Hello, Ivan, how are you? I'm giving you this review. I'm motivating you to get prepared. If you're 18 to 36, what state do you live in? Put it in. Let's keep going. Next question. What does a yellow line on your side indicate? You cannot pass. If you have a broken yellow line, you can pass. However, it needs to be safe and clear. If you don't understand this, you're going to fail your test. Now you're going to have mom and dad or your uncle mad at you. I got out of work early. You didn't study for your test. I saw you downloaded the digital product from Driving with Myles, but did you even look at it? No. You can't just go in there and hope you pass the test. You might fail by 1. You might pass by 1. Let's keep going. How should you approach a roundabout? Next question. Roundabouts are more common. You want to yield to traffic in the roundabout. Again, yield to traffic in the roundabout. They're already in, you yield. If you're going to the right, you turn on your blinker. Understand that. What does it mean when the traffic light is flashing yellow? It means proceed with caution. These questions cover a wide range of topics that are important and safe for responsible driving. We're focusing on 18 to 36-year-olds. If you're 18 to 36, this is very impactful for you. If you're under 18, this is a great review. If you're over 36, this is a great review. But my focus is the 18 to 36 because we are trying to help you pass your TIP so you can drive with a licensed driver. Remember to study the specific rules and regulations in your state. They vary from one jurisdiction to another. Additionally, I recommend reviewing your state's driver's manuals and handbook. I'll be putting together state-by-state basis, but you need to let me know what state you are from. You need to let me know where you're watching this so I can put together that digital product so we can really hone in on you getting ready. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. Leave comments. Bye.